Good afternoon.
Hello. How are you? How's your toe?
I don't think it's broken.
Okay.
I was convinced that it was broken because, all the signs were there. However, it's completely changed shape. I've dented it. Like, it actually dips in. Paul thinks I'm over-exaggerating. And maybe I'm a little bit, but I promise you, that toe compared to the one on my left foot, the shape has changed.
Oh no, that's terrible. Is it like a little monster munch?
Yeah, Paul thinks I've got little monster munch toes anyway, but yeah. And there's like there's a scab and the toenails are like blue. Hopefully I don't lose it though. I don't think I'm going to lose my toenail.
Well, that's good. Usually it would have probably gone black by now if you was going to.
Yeah, it looks more bruised than dead, if you know what I mean, than like I was going to fall off.
Dead toenail.
But no, I'm good. Sorry, I've literally zero effort. I've got zero makeup on. This morning, Edward woke up he keeps waking up at like 5:30. He's going through, I don't know.
Yeah.
5:30, and then that's when the day starts. So I've had a bit of a day
early, isn't it? 5:30.
I feel really hot. I know, and it's only 2:00 now, and I literally feel like I need to shower and start again.
Yeah,
like when you've done a full morning of it.
Well, that's the thing. When your day that's Margot, she wakes up at that time sometimes, and obviously it's different because I can still sort of lay in bed with her for a bit. But when you're awake from that time, the day does seem so long.
I done the school run this morning as well, and it's World Book Day, isn't it? Oh, what did Nellie and Arthur go as?
Well, they actually celebrate tomorrow at their school.
Okay.
So Arthur's going as Aladdin.
Oh, that's a good one.
Aladdin, yeah, and Nellie's going as Coco Chanel.
Oh, I love it. Coco Chanel. That's amazing.
But it's really funny because as soon as, obviously, we started talking about World Book Day and I was like, what do you want to go as? Need to get your outfits organised. And Nellie straight away went Coco Chanel. Like, she'd obviously been thinking about it.
But is that a book? Sorry,
well, yes. So she actually does have, those books, I think they're called...
Let's be honest, you could actually go as anything because anything's a book. You could go as a lampshade.
Exactly.
Because
she's
really...
got these, I think they're called Small People, Big Dreams or something. And they're about all different, like we've got an Elton John one, we've got a...
Yes, I've seen them.
Oh, you know which
really
ones
cool.
I mean. So she's got one of those and it really made me laugh actually. And I suppose as well, like you get the nice coffee table books that are like Chanel.
She could have those in her bedroom, like a little trendy Chanel.
That's what she's got. She's got.
Oh, okay.
And
nice.
What did Paul and Rosie go as?
I forgot, if I'm honest. So yesterday when I picked up Paul from club, we went one of his clubs after school. We went straight to Sainsbury's. We've got a big Sainsbury's where we live, and they've got like all the clothes and like fancy dresses and stuff. Yeah. So I walked in there and it obviously had been ransacked because every parent, probably loads of parents done the same. So I walked in there and I went, me and Paul's like staring at like the selection that was left over.
Probably thinking, no thanks.
No, but I could see, I thought, please, I felt like he was going to go on the turn any second because I was looking at all the characters. Feeling. But like, he's too big to do kind of like Spider-Man. I don't know. He's so out of all of that.
I know what you mean. It is hard when they're not massively into fancy dress. It's hard.
No. And then took me by surprise, actually. So, Dr. Seuss, Cat in the Hat, classic. I mean, I've seen about 200 kids wearing it out of school today. I was very surprised. He went, I might just go as that. And it basically is just like a black velvet cat kind of suit, and then it's the big hat and the big bow tie, and I was
brilliant.
Like, perfect, because that could have gone one of two ways for me, especially where Paul could be quite sensitive. I thought, oh no, I was staring at it all thinking this is going to be disastrous. Anyway, we got that for Paul, and then he chose Rosie's. So slight issue. So he was like, oh, let's choose that one for Rosie, Alice in Wonderland. And I don't know about Nellie, but Rosie's actually never watched like the original Alice in Wonderland.
No, actually, I don't think Nellie has. She's watched the new version, but not the original.
I don't think Rosie's watched any Alice in Wonderlands, although she kind of knows the fairy tale character. Anyway, so got it home. She was like quite, she liked it. It was a blue dress and stuff. She was quite happy with it.
Yeah.
But this morning she refuses to be Alice in Wonderland and she's Cinderella. But like it's Alice,
all right,
so she's
though.
got the shoes, the band, the thing, and it's got "Drink Me" on it. But it was really funny because we've gone into school and the teacher went at the door. Oh, Rosie, you look fantastic. You know, Alice in Wonderland. And Rosie looked up at me because I'd had it all morning. In the end, I went, "Okay, Cinderella, come on, Cinders, let's get out the door," because it was just this. You know, there's always something. But anyway. Yeah, they just get. But honestly, some of the outfits at my school were insane.
What the effort that's gone to
the
it?
effort
I
was.
can imagine.
But you know what? I sort of kind of missed it. Well, listen, only probably a small set who's done it. They say try and make the costumes. So like, I don't know if you got the same. If it's the same with your school, ours was like make it basically. You know, try and be creative and make your book day costume.
That's great if you've got a lot of time.
Yeah. And creativity and imagination. Oh my eyes! A couple of
my
the
brain's
outfits.
fried.
I know, right?
I went onto Amazon.
I know. It was just like me. Come in, we'll go and Sainsbury's. Quick, let's go. Wow, I was blown away. Like one of my school mum friends, she was sort of like running a little bit later, and as I was running out, I was like, "You are kidding me!" I was like, "Did you make that?" It was like, you know, in Moana, what's his name? Muscles. Maui. Yeah. But you know, when Maui turns into like that eagle.
Yeah.
You know, like he's the demigod, isn't he? So he's all different things. She'd made this like Maui demigod eagle outfit, like she'd made it herself, but it was like something you'd see in the theatre, you know, like one of them costumes.
No way.
I was like, surely you didn't make that? And she was sort of laughing, saying, yeah. I was like, parents, and there needs to be an award system for the parents who make the best costume. Yeah. And then, do you know what really made me laugh? I don't know if we spoke about it before. I then went on to say to my friend Lucinda, we was chatting about costumes and stuff. Do you remember when Mum used to make our Easter bonnets?
Yeah.
Right. And then me and my friend was really laughing because I said how that time when Mum tried to be really creative and she just put I went as a fried egg. Mum had put a yellow swimming hat on my head and then a big piece of white polyester.
I'll never forget that. But do you know what? Out of all the Easter bonnets, and I remember Mum even cracked an egg and made it really authentic and like stuck the eggshell on the edge of it and then put some little chicks on it. But isn't it funny? Because out of all the Easter bonnets we had over the years, that's the one that's the only one I remember. That one,
it's the one that sticks. But do you know what? I know Mum was obviously trying to be really creative and a bit more. I think she was trying to be a bit modern. Like it was a bit like fashion.
Fashion, hun.
No, but it actually is really mean. And the fact that I had to wear the yellow swimming hat and you had this perfect basket on your head with all these lovely eggs and colours and fluffy little chicks, and you actually won that year.
Do you know what I was just going to say? Actually, I do give you that. You so should have won that because that was really
I know that I didn't make it
creative.
But I think that's where Mum thought she was going with it, but it failed. Well, I wish there was a picture of that.
I know. I bet Mum has probably got one somewhere. We should ask her.
She must have. That'd be brilliant.
I've been actually laughing to myself last night, right? Because Arthur's outfit arrived, so he obviously wants to go as Aladdin. Like he wants to go as Aladdin because that's his favourite film, and we've got the book. Yeah. And but it was really difficult with Arthur because I was thinking this is going to be tough with him as well. Same with Paul. Like I was thinking, don't really know what character and he's not really one for fancy dress either. Like he sort of Last year he was really good. He went as Paddington actually. That was a good costume. But anyway, so the outfit arrives, right, and that was it. He's very particular. He said, can you get me a gold lamp? So Aladdin has the gold lamp. So I'm like, yeah, okay, let's look for the gold lamp. So I'm on Amazon Prime, obviously, looking for a gold lamp. Found a gold Aladdin lamp. It was like metal, very authentic. Because they had like the plastic, like fancy dress ones. Yeah. But he was like, can we get an actual one? Anyway, I found it, right? So it's come yesterday. How big? Right, this is quite a thing. I don't know if anyone else ever has this, but how big do you think the lamp is?
I'm going to go small.
How big do you think the lamp has come?
I think it's like one of those.
It's come.
I knew it would be
like a mini,
almost like an ornament.
It's a miniature lamp.
Is it an ornament?
It's an ornament. Yeah, it's basically an ornament. It's really small.
New's gonna say.
And I when I got it out the bag, I looked at Arthur. I thought, oh no, this is gonna be a meltdown now, isn't it? But he actually didn't mind. He thought he sort of like see past it. But I said, and then again yesterday I said, should we try the outfit on? Because I thought at least then I've got one day to get something if he doesn't like it. He went, no, I won't try it on until the morning of. And I thought, oh, great. That's going to be fun tomorrow.
That's the last thing you want if something's... To be fair, Paul was kicking off a little bit because he was saying it was tight around his neck. You know, like they're not used to putting things up high because it's like a catsuit type thing, but it's always something, isn't it?
But isn't it funny, right? Something that's meant to be really fun and enjoyable.
It's actually really stressful for the parents.
No, but actually, like, not for all children, but to be fair, Nellie's is quite easy, like what she wants to wear, and I think she wanted to go as that because
Did you lend her one of your Coco Chanel bags?
You know, she said to me, I need to borrow a Chanel bag. And I was like,
definitely not.
I don't think I can give you one of those to take to school, actually.
You should have given her some of your clip-on earrings.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the earrings, actually. Nellie's is quite, like, easy, but I feel like that she had a plan to go as that because then I was thinking
That's really good,
she hasn't got to wear any crazy fancy dress.
That's great. God, we've gone on for 10 minutes about World Book Day. It's funny though.
Topic of the week.
What did I do? Oh, and then I took Edward to like a local soft play. I'm not going back to that one. I'm not going to name it because it's unfair. It was freezing cold. It was dirty and just really awful. And do you know what? I hadn't been there before because I never really needed to because obviously Paul and Rosie are so out of anything like that. I was thinking, I'll get a nice little cup of tea when I get... They didn't even have a little area where you could get a cup of tea or anything. I was devastated. You know, when you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's really... And also, you really do need a tea or coffee at the soft play. It's like a little bit of just something you need to have there.
Anyway, so, yeah, done that, come home, and then I've made him some lunch, and I've got him to nap. Perfect timing for this, but...
I was going to
say... Billie
has
had...
Well, it would have been even...
took her an hour to log into this.
It took me an hour to get... Well, I don't know. It's always me. I always have technology issues, don't I? Every week, without fail. So today, someone's changed my password on the laptop. I'm surrounded by...
Who's done that?
I have no idea. It's really odd. Even, like, I had Greg in here because he was off work today. I was like...
Do the kids know your password?
Yeah, but it's just really weird.
Because they wouldn't know how to change it, would they?
No. Anyway, really frustrating.
Strange.
But I filmed this morning as well.
Oh, where have you been?
This morning we went to film because basically we have bought a horse. I know that you know this.
But I only know it through Mum, so you actually need to tell me everything. Because where on earth, like, where's this come from? What is the horse? Yeah. What's it called? When did you purchase it? I want to know everything.
Okay, so obviously, you know, we've been thinking about it for a while. We always thought for Nellie's 10th birthday, we'd consider getting her a horse for her birthday. So there's a horse at the stables that we're at. Basically, the little girl has outgrown the pony. She's basically too big for the pony now. So the horse is called Bambi, and it's so lovely. Like, it's just a really lovely like pony down there. Anyway, so Bambi actually moved away from the stables a while ago, so he hasn't been there for quite a while. Anyway, so Lois, who owns the stables where Nellie rides at, she said that Bambi's available, just wanted to let you know. Anyway, Greg and I was thinking about it, and we was like, we'd like to get some more information, just because obviously we know nothing about horses, but from what I've heard, a really good pony is really hard to find, and you need to know your stuff, like about the owner, about the history of the horse.
It's just taken loads of stress out.
Exactly. So anyway, we was talking, we was like, although it's not, like, timing is a little bit off because we was going to do it maybe like next year for a birthday, but we just thought, do you know what, we could spend a year trying to find the right horse for Nellie. And like Lois said to us, like, Bambi is perfect for Nellie, like perfect size. Like, I can vouch for the horse. Like, she knows him and knows the owners.
So exciting!
So exciting! Nellie has got a clue.
Oh, I bet she doesn't.
She
my gosh,
not got a clue.
And obviously, so Mum's it's on Saturday. You're giving her the pony.
So we went and met like Bambi's owners, and he is such a lovely horse. I don't know. I'm very nervous around horses. But he just had a really nice...
lovely feel.
Yes, exactly.
Bambi's part of the family. So are you going to have full livery? So technically you won't have to do much more than you're already doing.
Yeah, so the stables where Nelly rides, that's where Bambi will be full livery. And so we, apart from like, just basically we've got to commit more to taking Nelly there more. I mean, obviously she goes there most weekends anyway.
Yeah.
But she's going to want to ride as well during the week. So I feel like, well, hopefully when it starts getting a bit warmer and nicer, it's going to be, I mean, Nelly goes there. If it's pouring with rain, she loves it. So
I know,
we're just going to have to commit. But obviously me and Greg, like we got in the car and we looked at each other and we was like, we just bought a horse. We was just, it's actually quite mad because we don't know anything about, horses, but we're about to find out.
The girls, you're so close with all the girls up the stables, aren't you? They'll tell you everything you need to know. If you need any more information, you could always ask Louisa because she's a horsey girl through and through. Yeah. She knows a lot about horses. So, but that is, she's absolutely, so it's an early birthday present. She is going to be.
Yeah, so.
Do you think she'll cry? I think she'll cry.
I think she will. Will. She's, she's going to be, she like I said, she has not got the slightest
Next thing
clue.
you'll be buying is a horse box, and you'll have the horse box on your drive.
That's what the lady said. She went to me. Then you'll get a horse box, a horse like truck. Greg was like, no. She went. That's what I said when I first bought my horse. And
well, if she wants to do like competitions and stuff, you actually will need one. Just get a small one that you can put on the back of your car.
Yeah. Well, you can get like horse. It sounds ridiculous, like like
transportation.
Almost like yeah. But she said you have to be really organised and have it all organised like far in advance. But we've bought Nelly a horse and we're
congratulations,
Saturday
Bambi Shepherd.
Bambi Shepherd. That's what we said. We was really laughing.
Oh, it's amazing. She's going to absolutely love it. So you've been filming today, and then the big reveal was on Saturday. And are you, so she's going like she normally would for a lesson. Well, sorry, like to spend the day there, and then So what's the plan? Because we're both going, and Mum's going to come as well, and we're filming. Yeah. We kind of need to we're just going to say because we don't really film at the stables anymore because it's because she might be a little bit place. Why are you all coming?
Yeah, so we've got to kind of be quite clever about how we do it. So we're just going to say, we're just going to see, just see what you do. We haven't got to watch you ride. We're just going to play it quite down, and then they're going to pull up with the horse lorry, and then reveal that this horse is going to be for her.
Oh, bless her! She's not going to know what to do. She's just going to be completely shocked, isn't she? How exciting.
I mean,
so
it's really exciting.
We're in March. Arthur's birthday coming up.
Thank goodness we're in March. Spring is on its way.
Sorry, so I texted Billie yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, and I was just chatting about, we were chatting about Arthur's birthday, what does he want, and blah, blah, blah. Billie was like, we're going to just do, a small group to Chessington, and he wants, and we're going to do, chicken wing themed.
Chicken wing.
Right. It made me burst out laughing. Please, can you explain to me about Arthur's chicken wing themed birthday party?
Right, so Arthur is obsessed with chicken wings. He loves chicken wings.
Isn't he?
And he's also really obsessed with Prime at the minute. I don't know. Have you heard about this Prime craze?
Yeah, but thank God Paul's not into it. So
right, so it's wild. Honestly, Greg was driving around one day, with Arthur. They was on a Prime hunt looking for.
Maybe it's how we used to be with Pokemon cards, and we used to have those folders and want all those unique cards, but all similar unique, kind of yeah.
So I think I don't know if it'll fizzle out, but anyway. So So after school on his actual birthday, he's just got a couple of his school friends coming over, and I thought, all right, I'm going to do a little because he didn't want to party this year. He made it very clear. He was like, I don't want to party. I'd like to go to a theme park.
Yeah,
so we're going to do Chessington. Better. Yeah, and I thought, actually, that's really, I get that. Do something more intimate.
And also, there's thousands. When they get a little bit older, it's nice to be able to get a few of their best friends together and do something a bit more meaningful rather than just a big mad nutty party and everyone's just running around screaming. They kind of grow out of it, don't they?
They do. So basically I thought, well, what can I do for him? Like something at home that's a bit different. I thought chicken wings. I'm gonna pre-order loads of chicken wings. Don't know where from. So I need to do that, and then I've basically
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, KFC on speed dial. So I've had like this shack made. It's called like not it's like one of them party things. Right?
Yes,
it's called Arthur's Wing Shack. So when he gets home from school, I'm gonna have, and I've bought like chip, like what you get chips in McDonald's, them.
Things. Of course, yeah.
So I've bought them, and Arthur's such a foodie, isn't he? Like he loves his food.
He does, yeah.
So I'm gonna do him chicken wings, chips, like all the different dip sauces, and then I'm gonna do pink donuts, sausage rolls, because that's his other favourite thing.
Yeah,
and then
basically,
is it all of his pots? All his favourite food, yeah. So basically a food party, but it is like a chicken wing. And then so I went on Pinterest because I thought, how do I display the chicken wings? Going extra.
Yeah. How do I make these look good for my Instagram?
Yeah. How do I make this look aesthetically pleasing?
Yeah.
And basically, there's all things on Pinterest. How to host a chicken wing party.
That's hilarious. So it's actually a thing.
Yeah. And then I've had loads of DMs from people saying, like, recommending
Why did
places.
you post it? I think I might have missed it.
I just posted something saying, like, oh, it's funny. Because I went onto my Pinterest and the last thing I searched was chicken wing party.
Right,
and like, sometimes you think, oh, if someone looked through my history, so I just posted a little thing, like, saying, laughing about that I'd searched for that. And then I had loads of people DMing me, like, all these places recommending where you could go for really good chicken wings. And
that's brilliant.
I was thinking... Yeah.
Speaking of parties, we had one of Paul's friends' parties after school on Tuesday, and it was the Ninja Warrior UK.
I see that on your Instagram.
Yes,
was it good? Because I really want to take the kids.
So it was really good. It's in Guildford, so it's like quite close to us, and it was really good. Definitely not for like little ones. I'd say it's for like, it's tough really because there's a lot to do there for, the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, but the main assault course really is for adults because it is so hard. I let's just say there was 10 parts of the assault course. I probably completed 2. Yeah. Honestly, the upper body strength you need to do, and apparently that course there is just really watered down. It's nothing like the real thing as well. So it's like
it is pretty savage, isn't it? Like the actual when you watch it.
And I've done something. I knew I would because and I did beat the wall though. You probably see it on my Instagram.
Oh yeah, see that?
I was really proud of myself, but it was so hard. It's not the running up the wall and then holding on. It's then the pulling yourself up.
The strength. Oh, I've got
zero upper body strength. And I thought, same. I mean, I know I haven't trained in a couple of years properly, but it was bad. And then today I'm even still really aching. The backs of my arms are like in bits because I was like giving it all a little go. At the end, once the kids' party was over, they was like, go on, the adults can have a go. But it was really good. I mean, all the dads were pretty good at it, but men are stronger, aren't they? So... But it was really fun, definitely worth it. Like, somewhere to go for kids.
Greg spoke about it. Do you think we could go with Nelly and Arthur?
Definitely. The only thing is they've got like a more of a kids assault course, which is inflatable. Yeah. Which obviously is, better for the kids. And then they've got like a small beat the wall or wall for like the kids. Then they've got like the adults one, but a lot of the kids were doing the adults one as well. Oh, but you should probably go. You should probably film it for your show because it's quite fun.
Yeah, no, we spoke about it because I think we're doing one of those Tough Mudder courses for
you could do some training or something.
That's what we thought, going there to do some training. Yeah.
Well, if you do that, make sure you call me because it's like literally 15 minutes from us. So
you're like, make sure you call me because I want to give it a go again.
Yeah. Or no, make sure you call me so I can just watch and laugh. Yeah. It is actually really good, and yeah, definitely do it.
This episode is sponsored by Gusto.
Would you say dinner time is hectic in your house?
Yes, especially at the minute. What I'm trying to do is get Margot into a bedtime routine so I don't always have the time to make anything too complicated.
Yeah, and you just want something healthy and easy to make, which is why Gusto is a really good option. It's a recipe box kit that uses fresh quality ingredients that all get delivered straight to your door on any day of the week.
And there's so many different recipes to choose from, so you don't end up making the same thing over and over again. There are loads of pasta recipes, soup, salads and curry dishes and lots more.
The recipes are really easy to follow with their step-by-step guides, which is really helpful when you're a busy working mum like us.
Yes, totally. And when you've had a long day, the last thing you want to do is stress over dinner.
And another thing we should mention is that all the ingredients are pre-portioned, so there is zero food waste, which is always a plus.
So if you want to make easy, fresh, home-cooked meals with high-quality ingredients, then give Gusto a try.
You can use our promo code Sam and Billie to get 60% off your first box and 25% off all boxes for 2 months.
So head to gusto.co.uk and use code Sam and Billie for 60% off your first box and 25% off all boxes for 2 months.
That's gusto.co.uk. Enjoy!
Okay, so let's go on to some of our dilemmas for this week. So the first one, my dilemma is I hate my sister's boyfriend. Okay.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
He has cheated on her multiple times and also embarrassed her on social media. Oh. So, of course, I don't want them to get back together as I saw how hurt she was. She has now announced they're back together and getting their first house together. Oh, it's serious.
Oh my gosh.
I cannot be happy for her as I think it's the wrong choice. I really don't like him and don't want any relationship with him, but this is affecting my own relationship with my sister. What shall I do? That's very difficult.
Oh,
that's
so
honestly
hard.
It's really, really hard. But I just think you have to be honest. Like maybe say to your sister, like, I feel like you know, maybe if you feel like you need to get it off your chest, you have to kind of say, you know, I feel like you should have maybe thought about this a little bit more. However, I wouldn't jeopardize your relationship with your sister over it, because ultimately people will make their own choices and do what they want to do. Do you agree?
I feel like it's a tough one because really there's 2 ways. You could be cruel to be kind and be like, he's an effing cheat. He's cheated on you multiple times. He's embarrassing you. Yeah, like you can do so much better than this. Yeah. What on earth are you doing? You know, you need to forget about this guy. He's not, you know, good for you. And I'm your sister. I want to protect you. You deserve better, blah, blah, blah. Or you say nothing at all and you just carry on as normal. Because what's the point in like saying, oh, I don't really like him, and then kind of being around him all the time, being two-faced. You've got to really, it's like you should either tell her how it is, or you're just going to have to let her see this out and then learn the hard way.
And just be there for her when it, like,
when
if it
does go
crumbles.
Well, let's be honest, it probably is. You know, she's going back with him, moving in with him, but he's cheated on her not once, multiple times, and embarrassed her on social media. Like that's somebody. That guy does not love that girl. You do not treat the person you love like that ever, even if like, you know, something's happened and it might be one big thing and you're working through it as a relationship and blah blah blah. This is not the case in this dilemma. Like this guy seems like an absolute douchebag, and she should 100% leave him. But it might take time. Then, she might just be going through the process of, I don't know how old they are, but if they're young, maybe, I don't know.
But also, if she's going to say all of that to her sister, then she probably is going to risk her relationship, isn't she? With her sister,
arguing with her, yeah.
Her sister's obviously like, she's made her choice, isn't she, by being with that guy? Tricky, very tricky dilemma. But yeah, I think you're right. One or the other. You go all in and completely tell her, or don't say anything at all and just wait and be there for her for her regardless, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, next one. How on earth am I supposed to manage my time? I have 2 boys, 13 months and 4, and I've returned to work this week full time. How am I going to fit everything in along with giving my boys attention, giving my husband attention, keeping the house tidy, going to work, etc. Help. we're all in the same boat.
I feel ya.
We feel ya. And there's actually no way around it, if I'm honest. But what you should know as comfort is that probably most of us are in the same situation. And obviously, even with Billie and I now, I've got 3 children. So throw another one into the mix, it's even more of a stress. But I think it's just all part of family life in these early years.
Yeah.
And obviously, you've gone back to work full time, which is probably like a big kind of change to like your family routine. But I just think it's just part of life, isn't it? Like, there's not really any way.
It is.
And there's no right or wrong to manage your time.
And I think it's really difficult to get in that headspace sometimes where you start to not think of the negatives, right? It could be really small, little, like mundane things like, oh, I need to get this organised. I need to sort out the dinner. I've not got the shopping and, oh, I've not made any time. Like sometimes like we, especially as a mum, like we all can beat ourselves up over silly things. Like I said to myself this week, I'm going to read to the kids every night before bed. I haven't read to them every night before bed. And it's those little things, and you start to, I think you build it up, right? Because it literally time management is one of the hardest challenges for me at the moment. With what I find really difficult is managing time and attention between everyone in the house. And I think sometimes, and this would be my little bit of advice, is that you kind of need to reset, like take a minute and think, focus on the positive things, like rather than the things that are stressing you. You know, like sometimes you just have to take a minute and think, right, but actually we're all going to sit around the table and have dinner tonight, and that's giving and chat. That's like attention for everyone, family quality time. Like sometimes, and it is so hard because I completely get what this lady's saying.
And especially when she goes on to say about the husband. Like I hardly give Paul any of me at the moment. It's so impossible. And I know you get those kind of couples that are like, you know, we do date night every week. Like, I admire that. But me and Paul haven't been on date night in a couple of years on our own. Like, we've been out on a few, you know, couples nights with friends and all of us together. But me and Paul never do me and Paul time. Never.
No. To be
we
fair,
probably should.
I can't remember the last time Greg and I went on a date on our own. And I said to Greg the other day, actually, I said, maybe one night a week we should try and do, like, not going out, obviously it's impossible, you can't, you know, get in childcare and stuff. I said, but maybe one night a week, I said, me and you should have dinner together a little bit later, or watch a film together. I said, maybe we do, like, and I actually said that to Greg the other day because I thought, actually,
but don't you think, right, it's always a really good idea. So I know, same, passing ships, just all about the kids. What was it? I can't remember. Sometime recently, I said to Paul, let's watch a nice movie tonight together in the lounge. All the curtains have been done. It's all cozy. And don't you think it's always a great idea in the morning or in the afternoon when you're planning your evening, and it gets you evening, and I'm like, I just want to get in bed, browse on my phone for a bit, and then just drift off to sleep.
And also, like, I don't have the concentration to watch a film, I don't think, at the minute. Like,
I don't.
My head's so many different places. But isn't that so ridiculous? Really, there's no excuse. You could actually give yourself, like, you and your partner, a couple
I don't think
of hours
we're really like movie people, though. I think that's what it is. I don't think we're like.
I'm not.
I don't think.
Greg says to me, I don't think you've ever watched a film with me the whole time we've been together.
Surely you have. You must have done.
No, we have, but he's like, you always fall asleep, or you always drift off doing something else, or get distracted.
It's true, though. It's hard to concentrate. Right, okay, so let's move on to Ask Us Anything. Okay, the first one, would Sam ever propose? No. N-O. No. The guy should do it. I'm very traditional. We'll leave it as that.
Come on, Paul. We're still waiting. We need a hen do to plan. We've had 3 children each now. Next year would be perfect.
We don't do a hen do this year.
No, next year
would be perfect. Yeah. Okay. So, oh my goodness, it's Edward. We might be able to get 1 or 2 more. One sec.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hello. Hello, darling. Hello.
I miss you. You remember Auntie? You remember Auntie?
Look, he's waving.
Oh, he's
Good
waving.
boy. Right, okay, quickly, next one. Go for it.
One more. Right, okay. What's your favourite thing to do exercise-wise? Oh, I really like... I love Pilates, the Reformer Pilates.
So,
But I also love a
Reformer.
team, something like a class, something fast-paced.
Yeah.
Much
Do you know
prefer to
what?
that.
There's a few things. I can't say I love anything. I like to mix it up. So like you're saying, Reformer.
Same.
I like a little hit class with some loud music. I
Yeah.
like a swim. Yeah. Do you know what? I really like music when I'm trained. Like I feel like maybe
Yeah,
I might look
completely
into like
keeps
a
you
bit of
going.
like a dance kind of something. I don't know. I need to get into something, don't I?
So do I.
Yes, I
I'm
do.
really desperate to get into some exercise again now. I'm ready for it.
By the way, he's got 4 teeth. You've got to go to see them.
I
He's
can't
got
see
2 up
them.
there. He's got show me your teeth. He's got 2 down the bottom and 2 up the top, and I can see the fangs coming through. So
bless
it's all like
him.
happened. So like
That's
at the
when
same
we
time.
was away, wasn't it? He was teething. Right.
Okay, so do you get annoyed when people ask you for a photo whilst out and about? No, never. When I was in Sainsbury's yesterday and I was getting the book day costumes, one of the staff lady was like, "Well, I just recognised who you are," and then she went on to say, like, "Oh, is it a bit annoying when people like me kind of say hi?" And I was like, "Not at all." I was like,
No.
"Never, ever." The only
And
time
also,
maybe you might get a little bit like, I don't know, like a little bit sort of shy or whatever. Let's just say you're like eating dinner or, and then that's
I
happened
think,
before
like,
and you're kind of like a little bit, what is it?
Yeah,
He thinks
9
it's really
times out of
funny.
10, I think people get it, don't they? And they do, like, because there is, I suppose, sometimes a time and a place, isn't it? But I'm the same as you. Like, I'd always say, yeah, cool, and like chat to someone and be polite, because actually, it takes quite a lot of courage, I think, to ask, doesn't it, as well?
Definitely.
You wouldn't want to make someone feel embarrassed, would you?
I think that there's probably only been a couple of times where I haven't had a photo where it might be a situation where, I don't know, it could have been anything, but still always super polite. Like, let's just say, I don't know, I might have been breastfeeding or something. I can't think off the top of my head, and you're just a bit like, oh, I hope you don't mind. Well, I know what it is, but
of course.
And also, like, I guess people feel like they know us, so that people kind of, will want to chat because they might listen to our podcast, or they've watched the shows, they've watched the Six Towie.
I get so many people say that to me. Say,
it's almost
sorry,
like
I feel like I know you. I know what's going on in your life.
Do you ever get this thing? He keeps looking at me. He's really laughing. He's
I
like,
can see he's looking at you.
Do you think I'm talking to you? Look, he does. Yeah. Do you ever do this thing where people wave at you because they are waving because it's like Billie Fairs, let's say, but then do you ever wave back and you think, because you think you know that person, then you really don't, and it's so embarrassing
all the time. Or someone,
and I think,
hi, and then you're like, or someone starts speaking to you like they know you, and you think, oh, do I know you? Do I know you? I hate that. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Anyway, that was a nice little catch up,
and that was perfect timing.
Perfect
So
timing.
for the
Well
lady
done, Edward.
that was saying about juggling and this and that I was kind of on eggshells, but you slept the whole podcast. So thank you.
Yeah, well done.
We're going to say bye-bye. Look,
Bye,
wave bye-bye to
darling.
Auntie and all the listeners. Bye.
And don't forget, you can listen to the podcast ad-free on Amazon Music. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah. Love you.